welcome back to another video. This video is going to be pertaining to how to perform your maneuvers once you pass the pre-trip inspection of the test. There's 3 portions of the test. I think I explained it in one of the very first videos I've created, but just to break it down, when you're taking the CDL road test, it is broken down into 3 portions. First, pre-trip, you have to show to the examiner that you know how to conduct a vehicle inspection. And after, and it's a point system, just for everybody to understand that. Some people may have questions, and how do you know if you passed or failed? Basically, once you passed, the examiner is going to say, okay, well, now we're going to move on to the next portion of the test. You have to tell me your basic skills control test. And that's all it is. Page 12-1 of the CDL, New York State CDL manual, it states it. And I'm going to put it in the video so you guys can see everything, how it's broken down and how it's scored. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just quickly review section 12 of the New York State CDL manual, basic vehicle control skills test. This section covers skills test scoring and skills test exercise. Your basic skills could be tested using one or more of the following exercise. You'll be doing 3. You'll be doing 1 straight line backing, 1 offset back, and 1 parallel parking. Which side you'll be doing, left or right, conventional or driver side, we do not know. But this is why you must absolutely prep for both sides. That way, when you go to the test, it's an easy pass. Now, how do you get scored? Well, there's 4 reasons to be how you're going to get scored. It's crossing boundaries, which is also encroaching. Whenever you cross the boundaries, it's called encroaching. Another way you get scored is by doing pull-ups. Pull-ups would be something you would do to adjust your vehicle so you don't encroach or hit a cone. Outside vehicle observation. Also, in other words, taking your looks. When you go outside to see what's going on, so you can make better adjustments on how you're gonna proceed with how you're gonna park the vehicle. And the last one is final position. This is where you secure the vehicle and you're done. You will secure the vehicle and beep the horn, letting the examiner know that you are done with the exercise and you have fully completed. Now back to the video. Okay, so after you conducted all 3 exercises of the basic skills controls test, then and only then do you move on to the road. Okay, and this video is going to break down all the exercises performed in the basic skills controls test. And I just hope everybody sits back, gets some notes, pays attention, and let's get on with the video. The 3 skills that you have to perform while doing the basic skills controls test. The first one is called straight line backing. The next one is going to be offset backing to the left or offset backing to the right. And the last one, but before we get to the last one, did you like the video?
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Are you learning from the past videos? Are you progressing? Are these videos being educational? Is it helping you through your training? And if it is, come on, give me a like, share the video. It's helping the channel. Appreciate you. Really do appreciate you. Again, if all these videos are helping you out, excel in training, come on, give that a little thumbs up. The last exercise one performs after their offset backing is going to be parallel parking. You got parallel parking conventional, which is right, and you got parallel parking driver's side, which is obviously the left. And now onto the video, and I'm going to break down how it's done. But before we go into the exercises, I'm going to break down how the scoring is done. So the first scoring is considered crossing boundaries, also known as encroachment. The examiner will score the number of times you touch or cross over an exercise boundary line with any portion of your vehicle. Each encroachment will count as an error. Next one is pull-ups. When a driver stops and reverses direction to get a better position, it is scored as a pull-up. Stopping without changing direction does not count as a pull-up. You will not be penalized for initial pull-ups. However, an excessive number of pull-ups will count as an error. Next is the outside vehicle observation, also known as looks. You may be permitted to safely stop and exit the vehicle to check the external position of the vehicle. When doing so, you must place the vehicle in neutral or set the parking brake or put the vehicle in transmission and park. Then when exiting the vehicle, you must do so safely by facing the vehicle and maintaining 3 points of contact with the vehicle at the time. When exiting the bus, maintain a firm grasp on the handrails at all times. If you do not safely secure the vehicle or safely exit the vehicle, it may result in an automatic failure of the basic skills control test. The maximum of times you may look to check the position of your vehicle is 2, except for straight line backing exercise, which allows 1 look. Each time you open the door, move from a seated position where in physical control of the vehicle or on a bus, walk to the back of the bus to get a better view. It is scored as a look. And the last one is final position. It is important that you finish each exercise exactly as the examiner has instructed you. If you do not maneuver the vehicle into its final position as described by the examiner, you will be penalized and could fail the basic skills test. And that's it. That's how you are scored when it comes to the basic skills controls test. Now let's get back to the video. This is how the test site is set. Sometimes it's single lane, sometimes there's 2 stations. Okay? Straight line backing. This is the first cone, second cone, third cone, and the last one is the 4th cone, which is the last cone, obviously. Okay? Now, what ends up happening is that you have to take the vehicle outside of the station and you're going to reverse it straight back. And you're going to clear the cone that you've been requested to clear. The examiner for straight line backing usually says to reverse the vehicle and clear the last cone, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the last cone. The front of the vehicle with the cross view mirrors needs to be behind the last cone. And once you put the vehicle behind the last cone, you have to secure the vehicle, park and brake on, put the transmission in park, and you're gonna beep the horn telling the examiner that you have finished and completed the exercise. Now, while performing the exercise, there is no part of the vehicle that must go over these cones or hit the cone. If a part of the vehicle, right, breaks the line, see the line of cones? If it breaks the line, you're encroaching. If you hit the cone, you obstructed something, you hit something. That goes against you, you get scored on that, and possibly lead to a failure. Subject section 12.2.1, straight line backing. You may be asked to back your vehicle in a straight line on a street or between 2 rows of cones without touching or crossing over the exercise boundaries. See figure 12.1. You're going to get out of the station and you're going to reverse the vehicle straight between the 2 rows of cones. Okay, now let's get back to the video. What you're going to do is you're going to drive the vehicle and you're going to go up to the front, stop the vehicle, and the examiner is going to give you the thumbs up or the green light, or they're going to whistle for you to start reversing the vehicle. What you do is reverse the vehicle straight line back, clear all the cones. Once you're behind the last cone, what you're going to do is you're going to park and brake on, put the transmission in park. With your seatbelt on, you're going to beep. Remember that the vehicle The crossview mirrors must clear the last cone, so the bus has to be completely to the backside. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch this vehicle demonstrate how you perform a straight line backing. The bus is staying centered. Check your mirrors, check your convex, check your flat mirrors. You're looking to make sure the front of the vehicle clears the last cone, which is that cone right there. Nice and smoothly. All right. So once the front of the vehicle clears this cone right here, you're gonna stop, secure the bus, and that's it. He's done with the exercise. The next exercise we're going to be talking about is offset back to the right or left. Let's read 12.2.2 because it's almost the same for the other side. You may be asked to back into a space that to the right rear of your vehicle. You will drive straight forward and back your vehicle into that space without striking the side or rear boundaries marked by cones. You must place your vehicle completely into the space. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you perform a straight line backing. The front of the vehicle will be outside of the station. It's going to pull to the front, straight. And then once you've been given the green light, you have to reverse the vehicle and clear the last cone. You stop, secure the vehicle, and you beep your horn. That's how you're communicating with the examiner that you have finished and completed the skills. Now you will be told to perform an offset backing, whether to the right or to the left. See, with the vehicle, he's in this lane right here. The vehicle pulls straight forward. Now what he's gonna do is gonna offset back to the left into this side. And what you're gonna be told is you gotta listen very carefully to the examiner. You either have to stop on the first cone or the second set of cones. Depends on what the examiner says, so listen carefully when you are being given the instructions. And same as usual, once you clear the cone, you are to secure the bus and beep the horn. This is how you are communicating with the examiner that you have finished and completed the skills. Okay, so one more time. This gentleman is performing an offset back into the left. He's gonna come out of the station, go straight forward, and then once he reaches straight forward, he's gonna reverse the vehicle to the left and bring it back into the station, clearing the first cones. You are to perform this exercise without obstructing, hitting, or encroaching the line marked by cones. And again, we're gonna go back to the video or to the New York State CDL manual on page 12.1 or page 12.2 and read how they want you to perform it. Okay, so there it goes. The vehicle is backing up. You got to make sure that any part of the vehicle doesn't touch any part of the cones or encroaches the line marked by cones. Once the vehicle clears, you secure the vehicle and beep. And that's how an offset backing to the left is performed. Now, if the examiner decided to tell him to go straight, he will go straight to that cone right here. That's your limit cone. You can't go any further than that. And then he's gonna request that he performs an offset back to the right. And it's the same situation. You have to reverse the vehicle without encroaching or touching any of these cones, line marked by cones. And once the vehicle passes the first cone, you have to secure the vehicle and beep your horn. That's how we communicate with the examiner that we have finished and completed the skill exercise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. God bless and take care.